Okay, good morning. Normally I would post a Google Meet recording for Wednesday if you missed it, but it doesn't look like my recording saved this time, so I'm just going to do it this way. And then just keep in mind that if you're watching the Google Meet afterwards, you will have to do a little bit of extra work because you weren't able to make it. And if you're attending the meeting, your face and name and everything in chats shouldn't show up because I'm not going to share that screen. So just know that that's not going to be on recording for everybody to see. Don't worry about that. For today, you are going to be doing two things. One, signing up for Quizlet and accessing my list if you haven't done so already. And then the second thing is we're going to be taking a few notes to bring back to class to work on together on Thursday and Friday. Okay, item one, just make sure that you're signed up for my class. So to do that, search for C. Hamer 12 in the Quizlet search box, and then get to my name. I have a little shark icon, and then CP English 2, and then hit request to join class, and I'll approve that request. And then for today, you will need the poetry unit terms, the 33 terms. Make sure that it's kind of a list, a long list, so you'll have to set aside some time for yourself to list each word, rate it 1 to 4, and then complete one activity on each word. And I'll get back to this in just a second, show you what we're doing with that. Okay, the second thing I'd like you to do is you're going to grab this yellow sheet that I handed out in class, and we're going to make some notes and then bring this back to class on Thursday and Friday. All right, at the very bottom, so where there's more blank space, actually on the back, a lot of blank space on the back, I'd like you to take these notes here. I asked those of you who were present during the Google Meet this question. Have you used TipCast before, and if so, when? And most of our students have used TipCast. It's just a method of annotating a poem, but it's new to some people. And regardless, it's pretty straightforward. So for T, and if you could add this on your yellow sheet notes, that'd be great. For T, we're going to make a prediction about the poem based on just the title, and that's before reading. So make a prediction about what the poem is about, just based on just the title. So for this one, it's called Mushrooms. So maybe I would predict, maybe it's about fungi or like some sort of scientific concept or something like that. Maybe growing, maybe that kind of thing. Okay, T, and then we've got P. P stands for paraphrase. This is where you make the poem make sense. I like to use that phrase. Make the poem make sense in your own words. This is where you're kind of walking through the poem stanza by stanza, so chunk by chunk, and asking yourself, what does this really mean on a literal level? For C, it stands for connotative language. Look for figurative language and literary devices. And this is where you're going to take that Quizlet list and ask yourself what devices from this list are included in the actual poem. So maybe you find an example of an extended metaphor or a simile. Where are those within the poem? That's where you're going to label that. Okay, and then A stands for attitude or tone. And this is where you describe the tone of the poem with an adjective. So label it, basically. Attitude or tone. And then S stands for shifts, hint. They usually happen between a stanza. So if you're going to have a shift in a poem, it usually happens between those chunks of text. And here you're looking for, you're labeling shifts, changes in the speaker, in the tone, in the, let's go, speaker, tone, subject, or other. Okay. And then the last two, we've got T, examine the title again on an interpretive level. Meaning, look at the title again and ask yourself, what else does this mean based on my reading of the poem? So for example, in the poem we're going through on Thursday and Friday, you'll see that mushrooms actually means more than just, you know, a fungi, right? Species of fungi. Okay. Often this involves symbolic language or some sort of metaphor going on. All right, and then lastly, T stands for theme, or theme message. What is the poem about? What is the topic? What is the message about the theme? And you'll see on the list for this week, theme message and theme topic are different. Theme is just the overall topic. So for an example, a poem could be about honesty. And a theme message is the author or the poet's message about the theme. So for example, a theme message about honesty could be honesty is always the best policy, even when it hurts. So that's a message versus just a theme topic, which is just 1 or 2 words. So that's what we're going to look at on Thursday and Friday with this specific poem. Please bring those notes to class. And then for today's assignment, I'm going to have you kind of provide a summary of what these mean and in response to the video. All right, thank you.